My nigga.
It's similar to the city tour, but it focuses more on the neighborhoods, like the tour, the night tour. Okay. It doesn't do the cemetery city park, but also.
Okay. You would actually get $10 off per person. And they pick up here at your hotel. It just depends if you guys were looking at the pontoon boat or the airboat.
Yeah, we're looking at the pontoon boat. Yeah.
And let me show y'all the times.
What's the last name?
Dress up the place a little bit. And this is what they did, but the artist did this, man. That's pretty good looking too. That is. Now I'm gonna show you guys the Superdome later on. We're gonna do that, show you guys what's going on there, and we're gonna go Lake Pontchartrain, and we're gonna see the longest bridge over water in the world. I mean long too, guys. 24 miles across. We'll see that too. All right, now right now we're on Canal Street. Now as you know, history, France was first. They the ones who claimed the territory back in the 1680s, so France did, but it was given over. I'm gonna give you that time in history too, but look how big and massive it is, guys. 1840s. Now the old French Quarter's on our left side. Started back in the 1700s. Our city's founder, Bienville, he is the one who named the settlement Nouvelle Orleans. Now this simply means named for the Duke of Orleans, who had been the Prince Regent of France. Now once that had happened, then they started doing the clearing, start placing the streets in here, and here's Iberville, followed by Bienville. Now the old French settlement the French had built is gone. Now it did burn to the ground two times, that is, accidentally. And as Spain was governing, they wanted to make sure it doesn't happen again. Dating back to the late 1840s, when the French and Creoles who were controlling government at the time. These are 16 apartments here. On the other side, they are the same. But on the other side, those that belong to the state of Louisiana. On this side, this belongs to the city of New Orleans. But look at the fancy ironwork, you know, the letters A and P, right about the middle. That recognized the Spanish families, the Almonestas, and the Pentaflas. Now, the plan was the lady who had these apartments built was trying to encourage or try to prevent these French and Creoles from leaving the old French quarters after their fortunate commerce and trade. 16 apartments on each side. The street that we all stop at is called St. Peter Street, as we continue our travel. First, between Bourbon and Royal, you'll find that there is Preservation Hall. If you like to enjoy some Dixieland jazz, yes. Now, the first one will be 1789. Right outside the French Quarter was the first one that was actually placed. Although the original one was on St. Peter Street in the French Quarter, but the Spanish removed it. They did. Now, 1789 first, that's where Nicolas Cage, you guys heard this guy, right? He was buried in St. Louis 1. He has a pyramid tomb site. You can't wait to get past him. You got to put inside that tomb site. It's also where the voodoo ladies buried on Real Boat. Now, also, there were so many people that were not surviving the mosquito and unsanitary conditions. We did not get sewage system until all the families here. Now, sometimes large families have, you know, you want to bury all your family members in one place. I don't think so, man. I have family members that are once get outlawed, so I don't want them to be buried. I want to be buried in this place, man. And this is one. And notice it does provide burials. That means there's plates taken off, brick is taken out of there, and also when that is done, you're gonna have to shelve it. Now, let's just say it's brand new. You don't have any inside. When a person passes, you want to place that casket inside after the service is done. When that is done, you're going to seal it for a time of 1 year, 1 day, and the reason why, because, well, people are going to grieve the passing. You know, you're going to miss the person. You're going to grieve about a year, and after it's done, so when else passes, we need to make space for the next family member. So that means the previous casket has to be taken out. The caretaker is going to do that. And what he does, use the wood casket, he's going to use like a 10-foot pole to show those remains to the back, all the way to the back with a vertical chamber. Now that vertical chamber may be about as wide as this step or maybe slightly wider. So that means you're going to have your dust, your bones, clothes, and even some part of that casket that's going to end up because termites like to eat too. Yeah, they do that, termites too. And he gets rid of the old casket, then he puts the next burial inside, seals it that 1 year, 1 day, starts all over again. Now because of there's so many loss of life due to mosquito and all, you may have more family members passing or more what we call people are buried than you have burial space. What the caretaker will do is place on the other side of the cemetery where there's a mausoleum style burial for a time of 1 year plus 1 day. When that time is done, that means he's assigned to remove from the temporary site all the way back to that family's tomb site. And it doesn't have to be that 1 year, 1 day. It could be a year, 6 months, 8 months, or even longer. And that process will occur. We don't recommend using metal casket because it's going to take much longer because the remains are going to mummify. Now also we found that by 1861, that's when embalming occurred. So you go back to colonial times, embalming, that's when so many people that were dying that you couldn't get them buried fast enough. So there was a lot of folks perishing. All right, let's see a little bit more on the side. We can see in our mayor, one of our mayors. This young man is our first elected African-American mayor, Ernest Nathan Morial. He was a mixed race Creole. Could have been my cousin, who knows? Sybil, she was also a descendant of the Whitney plantation. If you want to do a plantation tour, I recommend doing the Whitney plantation because it gives you another side of the history and highlight the history of slavery. And you do a self-guided tour, you got like 13 stations, and they'll give you all the information and highlight it. But his remains were actually in St. Louis 1 next to the voodoo lady, Marie Laveau. And the story is that the family bought this plot of land after Katrina had the tombsite built and removed his remains from St. Louis 1 over this reinterred here. And some say his success as he was because he may have been related to the Laveau family, or he may have had some kind of we had an association with. We're not sure. We're still trying to look into it. You may also know the fleur-de-lis, the lily of France. That's all it means. That's when the French identified their property, their territory, even those who enslaved were branded. That's another thing about our history. And what y'all seeing is done by stone. I mean, this is what we call machine work. That's the, I mean, you couldn't chisel that out, man. But that other stuff, yes, you can. Look behind me, the tomb site. You talking about spending money? You say your money's long.
That's a castle.
No, that's really young. Wow.
Spend money long. She in there. Let me stop.
That's the side and back.
Yeah, this thing is crazy.
Wow. All right, Beverly.
It's a little house.
That's the only one that's inside of it, Beverly. Beverly ain't that dog.
Oh wow.
Run around, get a picture of it if you could. I would like to say Beverly. Beverly's the one, she was an educator. She was married twice, resources that she accumulated. And what she did, because her daughter had more or less insulted her. And what she did, she had took all her money and had this tombsite built, or not all, but most of it. And it was built at a cost of $480,000. I mean, I would say more like near $500,000. That's what she had to build. Now she was in disputes with her daughter. Her daughter made a comment one day, said, "Court, I wish you would hurry up and die so I can spend your money." You know she did like that, man. So she had that built, and when she did pass away, that is, she had her request and her will said, "Look, only I could be put inside this, and when my dog died, when my pet eventually died, put him inside too." She told her daughter, "Find yourself somewhere else to get buried." So go on and do that too, and they did. So as you can see, it's a pretty nice tombsite. I like to say Beverly. Beverly Skelly Burns. Now Skelly would be a maiden name. She was actually Irish. So I would like to say Beverly had bank, right? She had lots of it too. So she took a bank and banked this up. How about that?
Big bank.
Beautiful stonework. Now let's say you don't have this kind of money. Look across the street, the Dhgate, what we call Masonic tomb site. Now what you want to do is along across the side.
Okay, go ahead. Right? I told April we need to do some food reviews.
Yeah, no.
We was on it for a minute with the offline.
It really was, bro.
People was like, bro, you delish.
Come on, y'all. Ooh, and I got the bag, so I got all the extra powdered sugar. Let me do a little shaking on that last shaking.
It's delicious. This is why I don't get beignets at home.
Yeah.
This is exactly why. This should be harder than a wrap. Is it hot? Nice, hot, and fresh.
Nice, hot, and fresh. Nice, hot, and fresh. Alright.
Bro, we're gonna go back to, where did you say that guy was the the manager at, or the owner? Black Penny.
You want anything like this? Wait, wait. Because I'm like, I ain't gonna remember it.
Oh, I'm sure mine's a small. Yeah.
10 out of 10 would recommend. Actually, I'll give it a 9 because I feel like
They got the
Loretta's, we gotta go there.
You're sure gonna show Loretta's. It's worth a try just so we can compare them.
We are here, y'all, in the Bayou. We not in no Bayou, but it looked like it is. It used to be, but it cut off. They cut off the Bayou, they said. So, okay. Yes, y'all, real quick photo op and real quick video op. We out here, big and back bamboo. It is
the stories
hot.
they could tell. You hear me?
If moisture was a thing.
Oh, if trees could talk.
If trees could talk or something.
I want to get off.
This is moisture.
If trees could talk.
This is true and utter humidity.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a gator, baby.
A gator? Look, a gator? I'm trying to see it now.
Gators out here, baby.
You got to be careful.
Tomorrow for sure.
Right. Oh, nice. How much is it?
Okay, I need to learn. I need to come down here and be an intern. I'm serious. Wasn't I just talking about that?
Yes.
I want to be.
Bench seats under the lids. Right back here, hanging on my locker, is my fire extinguishers. Inside of the locker is the first aid kit. Back here behind the restroom is a life ring, throw device, whatever you want to call it. Alright guys, so the waterway we're in right now is called the Intracoastal Waterway. It runs from Texas to Florida, from Florida to New York. The Gulf to the Mississippi River. Approximately 30 miles south of us is the Gulf. Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of whatever you want to call it. 4 miles east. That you bought later on or whatever. The reason why is because back in the early oil and gas days, they had no way of getting heavy equipment deep into these wet areas to drill for the oil. So when they would discover oil on these people's private property, most of these people were commercial hunters, commercial fishermen, or commercial trappers. They would pay them so much money, they would go do
That's your flag?
around y'all. Come here, buddy. Nah, I don't want him jumping. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
He said, I know what that is. He said, I know what that is.
Scary? Come here.
Scary.
Come here.
We got Jack Hanna.
Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
Crazy.
They another one. Oh my
Come here. Come here.
Crazy.
Trying to go back to the shore.
And Firefly looks just like Captain Reggie. Only thing is, Firefly had one more tooth than Captain Reggie.
Come here, you little worm.
He went down.
No shot.
That's funny. Oh, your hair.
Still the same raccoons?
He's not just trying to be camouflage, I promise.
To do. It's a train co-worker right here.
Oh,
He's cool. He's cool.
That's freaking crazy.
Hi, welcome to the YouTube channel.
Oh. This marshmallow's for me.
You see some gators, AB?
It's just one. But yeah, it's over here.
Clouds. A couple of days of cloudy weather, the alligators will pop back up because the water temperature is going to drop. That sun is like literally like a microwave. It warms stuff up fast. Once I get stopped, if y'all want to stop and touch the water, I don't care. You have to lay down and touch it, but it's literally as hot as bath water. Well, warm. There's no way of coming up with that. What the Wildlife and Fisheries did was they did a survey or a study on X amount of alligators. They watched these alligators for 8 or 9 years, and then they divided the total growth of all of those alligators together by 8 or 9. That's how they came up with that number. It's an average. It's a guess. It's not accurate. So we do have an alligator here that's been here since I started working at this company 3 years ago, and he's about 4 foot. He hasn't grown since I've seen him. How do I know it's the same one? Because he swims with his toes out the water. I don't know why, but all 4 toes stick out the water everywhere he goes. Yeah, maybe he's just goofy, I don't know. But I've also seen lots of other alligators that were in a 5 foot range that were breeding. So if they're breeding, they're at least 6 years old. Nobody can tell you because of an alligator's size how old he is. So to show you how important temperature is, the gender of an alligator is determined by the temperature at which the eggs hatch. Any alligator egg that hatches at 90 degrees Fahrenheit and above is a male. Alright guys, as soon as I get the boat secure, I will let everybody off.